Boom! Welcome to another weekly edition of the Best Way to Smoke Weekly News. And this news is dedicated to you cottonmouth mofocos. So when you're rolling up, get you a glue guard. So that way, all that cottony and all of that won't be around your wrap, your blunt, whatever it may be. And this is who it's sponsored by. Tap in and get it. And it's being presented to you by, your favorite smoking partner, Serpo Jr.
Big J.
Yep. And in Missouri, Governor Mike Parson has signed an executive order to ban the sale of intoxicating hemp-derived products in the state starting September 1st. So they only got a couple months over there in Missouri.
Right.
Check me out right here, though, y'all. The order bans hemp-derived products containing Delta-8 and the Delta-10 THC. Hexahydrocannabinol, HHC, tetrahydrocannabinol, THCO, tetrahydrocannabiferol,
That's right, you
THCP, and tetrahydrocannabivirian,
What?
THCV.
That's right.
Shrooming. No, but the governor said the state has seen a 600% increase in the number of young children who have experienced cannabis poisoning, and that the executive order targets hemp products that are currently distributed without regulation. And you already know, Best Way to Smoke, we are in support of properly labeling your products.
Label it right.
Even if you are in clothing, a large should be a large.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But unlike the marijuana products effectively regulated by our Division of Cannabis Regulation, these hemp-derived psychoactive products are not required to undergo a robust screening to help ensure consumer health and safety. The Department of Health and Senior Service Director Paul Nicholson stated that.
What the fuck? That's right. Moving on. Hey, Russia at it again.
Are you want me to throw that for you?
U.S. Oh, look, hold on. All right, fuck. Got him. You know what I mean? Look, U.S. citizen jailed in Russia for medical marijuana not included in prisoner swap despite pleas from bipartisan lawmakers. So y'all remember this happened to, what was old girl name? The basketball player?
Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner. Yeah, y'all remember this happened to Brittany
She
Griner.
a Muslim now.
Yeah, on everything. And she about to be a father. All right, look, despite pleas from bipartisan congressional lawmakers, a U.S. citizen imprisoned in Russia over possession of medical marijuana that he obtained as a registered patient in Pennsylvania was not included in a high-profile prisoner swap on Thursday. It's a trip. Guess how many years he got? Mark Fogel, which is his name, who used cannabis as an opioid alternative to treat pain, is serving a 14-year sentence after being convicted of drug smuggling over possession of half an ounce of cannabis. 14 years, half an ounce. Man,
shouldn't have took it over there.
Man, yeah, he shouldn't have. Though. Amid news of a prisoner swap, members of Pennsylvania's congressional delegation urged the Biden administration to secure his release. While there's a whispered relief about the release of individuals such as Wall Street Journal reporter Evan G., a former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, Fogel will continue to serve out his sentence at least for the time being. Hey, man, you definitely got to know the laws and know what's going on when you're moving around and stuff like that, though. But other people that's probably included in the swap probably did way more than what he did, though, just having some bud. And he a medical patient also. You know what I'm saying? I think that should have been considered, though. And even though the law is what it is.
Like, even with like a prisoner swap, even with that to even be considered, you know what I'm saying? It's like, In the words of Chadwick Boseman, to me,
Right.
it's better to build bridges than to build fences. You know what I'm saying? Because you probably wouldn't even be in that situation over some bud.
Some bud.
Sheesh. Man, don't you think most Indians would be like, Chief?
Sure. Puff.
The Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, adult use cannabis store. The Great Smoky Cannabis Store in the Qualla Boundary, North Carolina, is opening its doors on September 7th to all adults aged 21 and up, meaning you got to be 21 or older. The Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians announced the tribe's cannabis shop, the Great Smoky Cannabis Company, will open its doors to any adult aged 21 or older starting September 7th. The shop, located in the Qualla Boundary, I hope I'm saying that right, but it's in North Carolina, is the first and only source of legal cannabis in North Carolina. So go on out there and support them.
The only source of legal cannabis?
That's what they saying. Cara Howard and Quilla, that's what her name, Cara Howard and Qualla Enterprises, the Cherokee subsidiary that operates the Great Smoky Cannabis Company, told the Charlotte Observer that the shop will have enough product to handle the increased demand from opening to the general public. The shop,
Aretha?
Nah, excuse me. The shop, a renovated former bingo hall in the Great Smoky Mountains. So over there in North Carolina, you got the Great Smoky Cannabis Company. Is, you know what I'm saying, they opening up. They opening up. You never know. You might get some Cali glue up in there.
Oh, everything. Hey, look, those. The Supreme Court's domestic violence ruling underscores why marijuana users shouldn't own guns. DOJ tells federal court. Peep this out. Yeah, peep this out.
Bullshit.
In a new court filing this week, lawyers for the Justice Department argued that federal government's ban on marijuana users owning guns, what is described as temporary disarmament of a lawful drug user, is supported by the recent U.S. Supreme Court decision that upheld the government's ability to limit the Second Amendment rights of people with domestic violence restraining orders. The Biden administration, meanwhile, urges that medical marijuana patients who possess firearms endanger public safety, pose a greater risk of suicide, and are more likely to commit crimes to fund their drug habits. Hey, Cuzzo, say that again, what you said in the beginning when I said it. Hey, man, for real,
I don't think I ever heard of nobody who was hot in the motherfucker did commit a suicide.
Me neither.
I probably would have calmed him down.
Calmed the motherfucker down, and I ain't never
get a veggie burger.
Yeah, look, but I ain't never heard a motherfucker trying to rob somebody to get some weed, some money for some weed.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They probably tried to hit a weed shop or something.
Right. Look, the Justice Department has claimed in multiple federal cases over the past several years that the statute banning cannabis consumers from owning or possessing guns is constitutional because it consists with the nation's history of disarming dangerous individuals.
What you said back then with the reschedule, you like fuck all that. You with the deschedule?
With the deschedule.
Because it wasn't like, why is you even putting this into a drug category anyway?
Exactly.
You figured it?
Get that shit together.
Crazy, bro. I don't know where my paper went.
He probably threw two of them.
Yeah, because I need this one. Nah. A poll, 64% of likely voters back Florida adult use cannabis amendment. I ain't even in Florida, you know what I'm saying? But I visited often.
Right.
So I kind of back it a little bit. Because we need to go out there and just get some bud, probably. You don't got to go in a dark alley.
Man.
The proposed constitutional amendment to legalize adult use cannabis in Florida appears to be on track with 64% of likely voters in a recent University of North Florida Public Opinion Research Lab. Whoa, that's a whole lot, I guess. But the poll is saying they plan to support the reforms at the ballot box in November. The poll found 31% opposed and 5% unsure of refusing to answer the question. Support includes 79% of registered Democrats polled, along with 50% of Republicans and 63% of independents. In Florida, constitutional amendments require 60% support to pass. So, y'all already at 64%. If you really wanted to give it a little extra boost, you know what I'm saying, get informed, find your research, you know what I'm saying, go with what you comfortable with. You know what I'm saying, and then go out there and vote. In a statement, PORL faculty director and professor of political science, Dr. Michael Binder, noted that it remains unclear how much money will be injected into the campaign against this amendment. If the opposing organizations ramp up their campaigns, we may see this number come down, depending how much cash is spent in opposition. So pretty much, like, what I'm getting up out of this, like, if it's a whole lot of like legal cannabis like out there,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, you can possibly support it. But if you don't got the proper funds, you know what I'm saying, we already know you can't even get in the dough.
Ain't get in the dough.
Need 20
Stay
at
your
the
ass
dough.
outside.
You know what I'm saying? And again, that's your news. Circle
Jay.
baby.